this has all got to go into a container. And
me as well?
Yeah, you're going in the container as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Well,
my best wasn't good enough.
Your best definitely wasn't good enough, no.
I'm consigned to a skip.
A container, not a skip.
Oh, a container.
A container,
Oh,
a lockable container. I can lock you in.
It's got a door. It's got a door, yeah, but
anyway, tomorrow all of this is going to the container. That is an order for a customer who has yet to pick it up, and he's got till Friday afternoon deadline. The desks are leaving. This is all rubbish to get rid of, and that's rubbish to get rid of. My engraving machine and stand has to go to home. Inside the other room there's a laser to go home. This is my little jewellery room where I used to make jewellery. That's my jeweller's bench. That is my microflame, which I haven't used for a long time. As I say, we used to have a shop in the town, and I used to make lots of jewellery. And then once we moved here, I never got to do it very often. So this microflame, very, very heavy. That's going to be a ton weight to try and get into the van. And the jewel, I've got no room for them, to be honest. So I would like to keep them, but I can't see me being able to keep them because sewing has kind of taken over. But I would like to be able to make some jewellery for each of the grandchildren as a gift for them to remember their grandmother. And but I think we're going to have to use different equipment, and I don't really need that, to be honest. That was when I was doing lots of massive production. I can work from my workbench in my sewing room, so those will probably be going a journey to be sold. Whoever gets that is a really, really good thing, but by golly, it's heavy. And shredder that's falling to bits, so we're leaving the tables, leaving that table, although all this has got to go to the container, and leaving this table. Are you leaving the chair?
Yeah.
You're going to leave the chair as well, and that table.
Unless anybody
Shelves
wants
are
it.
staying here. What about those up there? You haven't sorted those.
Those are going home, don't worry.
Right. And then we sold one of these units. Nobody else wants the rest, so we've just said we'd leave them, and they're happy for us to leave them. That has to go home. We've got to find a home for that in shed number 1, I think, possibly. And that's about it. This is all my laser stuff, and lots of glass there that he's going to have to sort out. And this is a continuation of the football order. They placed the order in March, and it's now July, coming to the end of 23rd of July, and they haven't been to pick them up. I think they're going to present them to the kids probably. Maybe it's even September. When are they going to present them to the kids, Brian? Have they said when they're going to?
22nd of August.
22nd of August. So really they don't need them yet, but they're going to have to get them. So there you go. A tour of what used to be the workshop, and in the back here was what we called the office. Oh, still got stuff in here to take as well. 2 filing cabinets to take home, boxes of stuff here, safe as staying, and the printer. There's a printer around the corner, and then this is the kitchen area, leaving the toaster. I think the plans are to gut this whole place out, and they're talking about knocking this wall through and knocking that wall through. Are they talking about knocking both these walls? Ryan, what walls did they say they're going to knock through?
One behind you.
That one here?
Yeah.
And?
This one.
Oh, and that one?
Yeah.
To make it into one big room. This used to be a spiritualist church, and a lot of people in England aren't really religious. There used to be, used to go to Sunday school, used to be Sunday school teacher, but we're becoming less and less religious. But because it was a spiritualist church, that was on the wall over there. And I really didn't fancy taking it down. I said, oh, at first we wanted to take it down. And then I said, no, I better leave it there just to be on the safe side. And a lady, one of our customers, when we had come from the shop in the town, and a lady came and she said, oh, I've been praying for you. And I said, why? And she said, because I thought the spirits in this church might have been getting you. And I said, well, actually, I feel very at home in here, in this place. I think it's really, really nice. And she said, oh, golly, I will keep praying. And then a few days later, a gentleman came in. He said, oh, we took over from the spiritualists. We were Methodists, and we took over. And I said, oh, did you? And he says, well, loved being here. So so then when this lady came back, I said, apparently the Methodists took over from this after the spiritualists. And she says, that's why. She says, they washed all the spirits away. And so we just thought it was quite funny. And to be honest, if it has been a spiritualist church, and if the spirits were here, I think the spirits helped on the day that our Debbie died on that floor over there, because she had a cardiac arrest, wasn't it?
It was a heart failed.
A heart failed. I've told this story before, and I'll put a link up there to tell you about it. But her heart failed. She collapsed on the floor, and when she was dead for 10 or 11 minutes, and I was giving her CPR. CPR, is that what you call it?
CPR.
I was giving her CPR, and as she was lying, totally blanked out and not totally dead, totally blue. Her eyes were glazed and they were open. Her mother had died not long after she worked here, and her head turned from one side to the other. So she turned from over there, she was looking at that wall there, and then her head turned and looked at this wall towards here, very, very slowly. And I just said, Debbie, if that's your mum, tell her it's not your time to go. And when the doctors came, or the ambulance came, and they had to give her jump starter 3 times, wasn't it?
3 times here and 4 times in the ambulance.
Yeah, and she survived, and she actually ended up coming back here to work for us.
Now I've got to add to this story, because Micheline here is a legend, not just in this area, but also in the Leeds area.
Why?
Because the story I'm about to tell you, my ex-wife, who we're still friends with, and who is a nurse, also has spread this story.
Did she?
True story around Leeds. It amuses the heck out of everybody. Right, so
Just hold it. I'm going to turn it around because I can't see if it's doing.
This lady here jumps onto Debbie. You know what I mean. She actually jump onto her, but you know what I mean. She got down to Debbie and started administering CPR. Now there's a song that everybody's taught when they're taught CPR. It's the Bee Gees song called
Staying Alive.
Staying Alive. So
Staying alive. Oh, you're knocking the camera.
Sorry, that was my CPR. And she's supposed to do that. Well, Micheline could not.
I couldn't think of the song. You know how I always forget things.
So instead, she did it to Queen.
Another one bites the dust.
Ooh.
Another one bites the dust.
Ooh. Unbelievable.
So when we told Debbie when she came back to work, she couldn't stop laughing. She said, I must tell the consultants that. And so I think they said they might even add that to the list of songs you can do.
She should have got an award.
Anyway, do you notice he is still missing his teeth? Tooth?
Tooth.
His tooth?
Don't exaggerate.
He went to the dentist yesterday,
Yesterday.
and they said that it could either cost £60 to clean it up and refit it in 3 weeks' time, or £200 to put it to get him 260 to get a new one. So he said, never mind about the 260, just clean it up.
Yorkshireman.
He's a Yorkshireman, I mean.
Well, not me.
No,
They're
they're
just careful.
Careful
With their money.
with their money. But they'll still buy kitchen units when, you know, when their wives, when you know that saga about the kitchen units. I'll put it up there, the saga about the kitchen units. Anyway, so we're getting all the stuff. We've actually called it evening, and we're going to start putting all of this in the car because we have to take them to the tip early in the morning. And we'll figure that rather than get up even earlier and come and get it here, we'll go and put it in the car, and then we can go straight from home to the tip. So we'll catch you later. Bye. It's the day before we hand the keys over. His Lordship is just checking everything, just checking everything in the front room. And here are our two helpers who we couldn't have done without because they supplied the van and as a thank you, we're taking them out for a meal tonight. We've got to sit 2 meters apart. Anyway, this is all empty bar, a desk, a cupboard, a shredder, a table, another desk and another table. And we managed to take the cupboards that were all here. They all went to the charity down the road, and that big hole was for the laser vent to go through. So this is almost goodbye to our spiritual chapel. And let the spirits stay here till the bathrooms come in.
I'm videoing.
No, I want the video.
No, oh, she's in a bad mood today, look. This is Micheline in a bad mood.
Why am I in a bad mood?
Because I took you out for a walk.
No.
Oh, because I didn't bring the charging thing down.
Didn't bring my charging cable for my phone down.
And then who forgot
I said no, I put my other camera in my bag, and I forgot to put my memory card in my bag, so I've got nothing to film with. So he gets his phone out so I can film, and then he decides to film me being in a bag.
Yeah. You see, I get so few chances to make films, and this is one.
You've done a portrait instead of landscape.
And I've done it. So.
Too late now.
Oh, is it too late? Okay. Well, let's see where we are. See that little thing over there? That's Coquet Island, and then there's the sea, and then if you look down there, there's rocks. That about sums it up, really. Do a full arc. We'll get back to Grumpy. Mwah.
the last day of our holiday and it's the hottest day. We'll have to be out by 9:30, but we are then popping round just round the corner because my son's there and my grandson is 7 today. So we're taking some birthday presents round to him to say wish him happy birthday, have a piece of cake and a cup of coffee, and then we're off home. Catch you next time, bye! And whatever's going on. Oh, look at this. I'll just let you see. Golly, there's not many for a seaport. There aren't many seagulls around. But there's a hairy dog. Look at this hairy dog. Hello. Georgie. You've been on holiday, haven't you? You've been on holiday. Oh, what you got? A piece of twig. You're going to break it up, aren't you?